Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to make this mini crossbody crochet bag. So to make this bag we're going to use a 3.5mm hook size. We're going to need measuring tape, a pair of scissors, some stitch markers, lighter, D-ring, snap hook, and we're going to use this pink 3mm polyester yarn. To start off our bag, make a foundation chain, and we are going to make a foundation chain that is an odd number. So that is 21 or 23, 25, 27, like that. Make the foundation chain to be an odd number. And this foundation chain is going to determine the size of our bag. So if you want a bag that is big, you make a long foundation chain. If you want a smaller one, just make a small foundation chain. For this bag size, I've done a total of 25 chain stitches plus 1. Row 1, we're going to place a single crochet stitch on the second loop from the hook. We place a single crochet stitch, and then the second stitch you're going to place a treble crochet, that is you yarn over once, and then into the second loop, yarn over, pull through, and then you're going to yarn over, pull through the first loop from the hook. We're going to yarn over and then pull through the 2 loops from the hook, then yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops from the hook, and that's going to be how we make our treble crochet. Next stitch, we're going to place a single crochet stitch, and then the next we're going to place our treble crochet, yarn over once, and not as the normal treble crochet where we yarn over twice. So this is going to be our alternating stitches that we're going to be placing on all the chain spaces of the foundation. So place your single crochet. After that, you place a treble crochet, yarn over once into the stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first loop from the hook, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops from the hook, and yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops from the hook, and that's going to form our treble crochet. So this alternating stitches is what is going to form the popcorn stitch pattern for this bag. So keep repeating the 2 stitches until you get to the end of the row. And the last stitch should always end with a single crochet stitch and not the treble. Once you get to the end of the row, always double check to see if your stitches are alternating and to just count the number of the pop stitches, that is the treble stitches, and to make sure your last stitch is going to be a single crochet stitch. So finish off your last stitch with a single crochet stitch. And then you're going to chain 1 and turn your work for row 2. For this row 2, we are going to work on the back loops only. That is the back loops of the stitches only. But for the very first stitch, you're going to work on the 2 loops. So place your single crochet stitch on the 2 loops, and then the rest of the row we're going to place single crochet stitches on the back loops only of every space. We're going to place 1 single crochet stitch on every space, and it's on the back loops only. So do your single crochet stitches on the back loops only, and let's meet at the end of the row. When you get to the end of the row, place your last single crochet stitch, and that stitch tends to get hidden, so always make sure you spot it. You can always count your stitches at the end, so just to make sure you've got it, you have the correct number. So place your last single crochet stitch and then chain one and turn your work. So the row 2 is just a row of single crochet stitches only. Row 3, we're going to repeat our row 1, and that is we're going to do the single crochet stitch on the very first space, and then the second space we're going to place our treble crochet, that is we yarn over once into this space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first loop from the hook, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops from the hook, and yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops from the hook, and that's going to form a treble crochet. So once you're done, next stitch is a single crochet stitch, and that's going to be the repeat of this row 3. So row 3 is the exact same as row 1. We keep repeating or alternating the 2 stitches, that is the single crochet stitch and the treble crochet stitch. So do this until the end of the row, always starting with a single crochet stitch and ending with a single crochet stitch when you're doing the row with the treble crochet stitches. When you get to the end, place your treble crochet stitch and then finish off with a single crochet stitch. Chain 1 and then turn your work for row 4, and now we see our popcorn stitch is starting to form nicely. So for row 4, it's going to be a repeat of row 2, where we're going to make single crochet stitches on the back loops only. But for the first stitch, we're going to place a single crochet on the 2 loops, and then the remaining we do single crochet on the back loops only. And then the last stitch, we also work on the 2 loops and not the back loop only. These 2 rows are going to be the repeat for this side part of the bag, and we're going to make as many rows until we get the length that we want for our bag. So you're going to keep repeating the two rows, that is the row with single crochet stitches only on the back loops, and the row with the treble crochet stitches. So they're going to be alternating, the two rows are going to be alternating. So keep alternating the 2 rows, and let's meet at the end of, or almost the end of, this side part of the bag. So once you get to the end, count your rows. For me, I've done a total of 10 rows, that is the rows with the popcorn stitch. That's what I usually count, and I've done a total of 10 rows of those. And then at the top, I have ended with a single crochet stitch row, since I want it to be just flat for the top part or for the zipper part. So I'm going to place a few more rows of single crochets only on the two loops and not back loops. Go ahead and make your zipper rows depending on the size of the bag that you're making. Mine, since it's a mini or a small one, I've done a total of 4 rows for this zipper part of the single crochet stitches. So I completed my rows of the zipper and went ahead and did the opposite side part of the bag, that is the other panel of the bag. And so far this is how it looks like. And now we're going to work on the side part that's going to join these two side panels. So for the side part, we are going to start with a foundation chain, and you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 plus 1, and we're going to place single crochet stitches on every chain space. So place your single crochet stitches, one in every chain space to the end, and then when you're done, chain 1 and then turn your work. For row 2, we're going to connect the current row to the previous row using the back loops only, and we're going to make single crochets. So we're going to insert our hook into the back loop of the current row and into the back loop of the previous row, yarn over, and then we pull through to complete that stitch. And that's how we're going to join the two rows to make it one using the single crochet stitch only. So we are also going to add our D-ring as we work along. So insert your hook into the current row and into the previous back loop, and then we insert our D-ring. I'm using this tiny D-ring since it's a mini bag, and then you make your single crochet stitch, and this attaches your D-ring to your bag or to this side part. I've done a more detailed tutorial for this side part of the bag, and I'm going to attach it on the description box. You can go ahead and check it out. For this one, I'm going to make as many rows of these single crochets that's going to cover the two sides panels that we've done on the previous clip. This stitch can get a bit too tight, so you can always use a smaller hook size that's going to pass through the stitches easily. So finish off your row of where you're attaching the D-ring, and once you're done, you make a chain 1 and then you turn your work for the next row. We are going to repeat the same stitch, connecting the two rows, current and the previous row, using single crochet stitches and working on the back loops only. So you're going to keep doing this for as many rows until you get the length that you want. I lost footage for the remaining part of this bag tutorial, but I completed this side part and then I joined the three parts, that is the two panels we have done on the previous clip, and plus this one, join the three, and then I also added the lining of the bag and the zipper of the bag. I did a tutorial for the bag strap, and it's already up on my channel, so you can go and check it out. I'll also leave the link to the video on the description box. So here the bag is completed. I attached all the sides and I also added the zipper in the lining of the bag. I also did the back strap and attached it. Thank you for watching and I'll see you on the next one.